This is something that should happen in the medical field, which it doesn't happen because of the business of medicine. Today, if this world is going forwards, it's because of people who can think out of the box. Karl Popper was a great thinker in London in the 50s. Once said, knowledge advances not by repeating known things, but by refuting false dogmas. One of the dogmas in medicine is, for every ill there is a pill, which is not true. So I always demolished this myth about 40 years ago and wrote a book, What Doctors Don't Get to Study in Medical School. After I wrote that book, they wanted to defranchise me, remove my degrees and all. So people wrote to the MCI, remove his degrees, remove his professorship, because he has written something very much against the medicine. No. I wrote, there is no pill for every ill, but there is an ill following every pill. Like for example, you take anything to bring down your blood sugar artificially with chemicals. That has lot of side effects. And most of the actually diabetic problems, many of them are due to the drug side effects rather than the diabetes itself. And diabetes should be controlled naturally. And that's exactly what my good friend, the handsome young man, Pramod, has done, along with his beautiful and handsome wife. I wish them Godspeed, good luck, long life to take this knowledge forwards. Let me tell you something. It was, I think, Shoemaker who said, if you take a problem to a specialist, he'll complicate it further. It takes a genius with lot of courage to reverse it and simplify it. And courage is very important because, when I first said that heart disease is not to be treated by bypass surgery and angioplasty, people wanted to kill me. Recently I had a small stroke and a lot of my friends thought I shouldn't recover because they said he's a nuisance, he doesn't allow us to do our business. Actually, medicine is not a business, medicine is a passion. Medicine is a passion, so you have to do it because you are committed to doing it. And many of us in India do not think with the Indian mind at all because we don't have an Indian mind. And luckily, Pramod yet has not become a true RNI. RNI is resident non-Indian. We live in India, but think in America. Pramod thinks like an Indian, and I hope he'll continue to think like an Indian. And Pramod showed for the first time that diabetes can be controlled without drugs and without any effort from the doctor. Actually, that is how it should be. When I first started the treatment for heart disease without any treatment, drugs, people laughed at me. But now they come to me, especially doctors come to me, because when they get ill, when they get a heart attack, they don't want the usual treatment that they give to others. And some of them don't want me to let the world know that they have come to me. They come quietly, secretly, and then take the treatment and go away. This is nature. Now, if today medicine has gone one step further, it is because of Pramod's effort to say that diabetes can be controlled naturally. The conventional thinking is diabetes, the minute you have diabetes, you must immediately go and have either insulin or some other tablet. And that's why the West always hypes that. I think it was Sindeji who was talking about Nobel Prize and all. Nobel Prize is given only if there is business in whatever you find out. Like for example, Banting and Best found out insulin. Immediately they get the Nobel Prize and everything happens. But insulin is the one which has probably done more damage than diabetes itself. It is hyperinsulinemia that does all the damage because insulin is a growth hormone. So whether you produce endogenous or exogenous hyperinsulinemia, you get all the vascular complications, eyes, kidneys, heart, lung, everything is damaged. Your legs, everything is damaged. But before the insulin level goes up too much, you are okay. And that is where Western medicine has gone astray.